Effective immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 eye candies per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-957-0215 or visit tryeyecandy.com. That's 1-800-957-0215. Order now.
Mitchell Reif reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mitchell Reif. On tonight's 19 News, as we've seen opioids like fentanyl expand distribution nationwide, we have a look at how UP legislators are tackling this issue. Plus, we'll have a recap of Tuesday's voting for the February presidential primary election. Plus, the YMCA in Escanaba is replacing its over 3-decade-old pool. We'll have that story in just a few. Your 19 News at 6 starts right now.
Live from the UP, 19 News at 6.
In your first morning weather forecast, Ariane, we've had some crazy weather over the past day. What's the hours ahead looking like?
I know we had like windows down, sunroof open the other day. Right now, fairly calm across the UP, but we're going to expect scattered snow showers this evening. And take a look here the past couple of hours. Basically, those northwest snow or wind snow belts are going to see a lot of snow, especially the eastern portions here. I'll go over these winter weather advisories and a winter storm warning, but for this evening, we're really chilly, friends. We've got negative digits possible. Coldest is going to be in the interior, and then those wind chills continuing. They could be down around 15 below, and then again, like I said, scattered snow showers moving in across the UP. Right now, we're in that 10 to 20 degree range, but I've got your full forecast after the break.
From our Washington bureau, former President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden both won their primaries in Michigan yesterday, but a large turnout for uncommitted votes is grabbing headlines. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp has that report.
Unsurprisingly, Joe Biden and Donald Trump won their primary elections in Michigan, making a rematch of the 2020 election even more of a reality. Trump earned 68% of the Republican votes. In Marquette County, he won 66% over Nikki Haley's 29%. Biden won 81% of the Democratic votes, but overall 13%, which totals around 101,000 votes, chose uncommitted as their option on the Democratic ballot. Political experts say there is a large Arab community in Michigan. Right before the primary, a movement for Democrats to vote uncommitted was gaining momentum, aiming to grab Biden's attention about his stance in the Israel-Gaza conflict and hoping it would put pressure on Biden to call for a ceasefire in Gaza.
Well, among the Arab community, since the beginning of the Israeli assault on Gaza, we've seen Biden's approval numbers go from the high 60s, low 70s down to the teens. And so this is an important Democratic group in Michigan in terms of their voting power.
The large uncommitted votes is grabbing national attention and could possibly build momentum to other states.
Biden can't afford to see anything slipping away.
Haley has consistently lost to Trump in each primary, but vows to stay in the race.
Nikki Haley is in this race for 2 reasons. And the first is, in case something happens to Donald Trump, she goes into the convention with the second most delegates. It may not be a lot of delegates, but it at least can help her solidify the argument that she is the next person up if something happens to him. The other reason is to put together a ground game for 2028.
In Washington, D.C., Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
In Michigan's capital, the distribution of potent opioids like fentanyl has expanded to a nationwide issue. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, opioid overdose deaths have quadrupled since 2010. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more from the UP legislator who's working on a bill that would provide a life-saving resource to protect students in K-12 schools.
In Michigan, opioid overdose deaths have increased tenfold since 2000. Representative Dave Preston from Michigan's 108th House District introduced a piece of legislation last July. He says his bill will add measures to keep students safe from exposure at school by providing Narcan to administrators.
I've been in EMS for probably 14 years now.
As a paramedic, Preston says he's given Narcan on many occasions, every time saving the life of the person experiencing an overdose. He says he hopes to prevent situations like the one that happened at a Virginia school in December, where a student shared gummy bears that were found to be laced with small amounts of fentanyl.
For a little kid, no previous exposure to opiates at all, as little as 20 micrograms could render the respiratory drive suppressed, and they would stop breathing and die of cardiac arrest.
Dr. Jamie Allen, an associate professor with the College of Human Medicine at Michigan State University, explained that Narcan is the brand name.
The generic name is naloxone.
Dr. Allen explained that it's a nasal spray, usually in 4 milligram doses and given just like most generic allergy nasal sprays. Opioids suppress a person's ability to breathe, and with some newer potent drugs, it can take a very small amount for a child to stop breathing altogether. Once Narcan is administered, it only takes 2 to 3 minutes for those symptoms to reverse.
Naloxone is very safe, and if you give it to a person and they're not experiencing an opioid overdose, you can expect no effects. It's very safe.
Preston explained that he hopes to make sure educators are trained and have the resources to prevent a worst-case scenario and keep kids safe in schools. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
For more than 3 decades, the Northern Lights YMCA pool has welcomed swimmers on Bay College's Escanaba campus. Now administrators are looking to replace it, and our Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons has the story.
When you look at the surface of the pool, it looks great, but down below, it is showing its age.
After 35 years of operation, the pool's 3 main drains are in a state of disrepair.
As you can see, a lot of rust, a lot of cracks in the cement foundations, active dripping.
The pool's filtration system and other machinery are also on their last legs. And over the past few years, high water levels have caused the land to shift, furthering the damage to the pool's foundation.
We've re-sleeved these as many times as we can, but we unfortunately with the high water just can't empty the pool any longer and keep it structurally safe.
So the YMCA has launched a capital campaign to replace the pool and relocate it adjacent to the main YMCA facility, freeing up this space for Bay.
They would love to have this area for weight and conditioning, maybe some other activities as well for their growing athletics program.
The anticipated cost of the project is approximately $4.5 million, with about half of that raised so far. Administrators have additional ideas for the pool that would come at an extra cost, but that they believe would be a great benefit to the community.
We'd really love to have a separate pool for therapeutic use as well as for lap swim. This pool right here has only steps and stairs. We do have a hydraulic lift, but we'd like to be able to do what's called a zero entry pool for folks to do a slow roll with their walker or wheelchair and have it be a much more distinguished way for them to be able to get in and out of the pool.
In hopes of making the YMCA pool as accessible and useful as possible for Delta County residents.
This community is safer, stronger, better because of this pool, and we owe it to the next generations to keep the swim lessons going, keep people active and fit and having fun in this community.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
Your first warning weather forecast is right after this break. Plus, that's what's up with Megan tonight. Megan has the details on an upcoming benefit dinner helping those who serve Alger County. And later, how the Civic Center in Escanaba is taking steps towards becoming an emergency shelter. Those and more stories tonight on 19 News. We'll be right back.
Shop hundreds of Lazy Boys at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Kick back in comfort in an industry-leading recliner. Choose from all fabrics, colors, and sizes with prices starting as low as $4.99 plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture in Houghton today.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
Vaccines play a major role in protecting your health. For years, they have prevented the spread of diseases like polio, tetanus, influenza, hepatitis, measles, chickenpox, mumps, and the list goes on. COVID-19 has joined that list. Please protect your family, friends, and neighbors by staying up to date on your COVID-19 vaccines. If you have not already been vaccinated, please dial 211 to learn more about the COVID-19 vaccine.
This is home for CBS. WZMQ 19.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
Mr. Mattress here with the biggest Tempur-Pedic sale of the year. Get up to 50% off at Shunk Furniture Marquette. We have a large selection of Tempur-Pedics that have to go. Save up to 50% on power bases and pillows too. The Tempur-Pedic factory said they have to go to make room for the new models that are on their way. You heard me right. Save up to 50% on select Tempur-Pedic models. Save up to 50% on power bases and pillows too. Shop Shunks at Marquette today.
All right, friends, let's get into all of these weather alerts. We've got a lot of snow coming our way. Well, I should say at least for the eastern half of the UP. We're going to zoom in here to the winter storm warning that we're expecting here in the far western portion of Chippewa County. This goes until 1 p.m. in the afternoon on Thursday. Look at that, 4 to 8 inches, but possibly up to 12. And those winds still really gusty, around 45 miles an hour. Expect some reduced visibility. And then the rest of Chippewa County could be seeing up to 6 inches, and then Mackinac County maybe up to an inch, but still very gusty winds, which will be definitely blowing the snow around as it's coming off of the lake. Winter weather advisories for Alger, Luce, and North Schoolcraft counties, about 2 to 6 inches unless you are south of Munising or to the east where you could see up to 10. Again, we've got 40-mile-an-hour winds there, and especially when you get closer to the lake, you've got gusts and freeze spray warning coming off of that lake, so be definitely aware of that and careful as you're driving by if you're going along that coastline where we could see waves up to around 17 feet, and again, gusty north winds pushing in. And then of course, let's get some green in there. Lakeshore flood advisory for Alger and Luce counties, and that goes until, 1 a.m. on Thursday. So some low-lying roads and property could see a little bit of water on the way there. We've got snow showers all the way down into the Lower Peninsula where they had some tornado warnings and thunderstorms. We're not seeing that though for our forecast as of right now. Let's take a look at the past 24 hours for snow. It was a tie between Herman and Forest Lake with 5.5 inches, and then everybody else a little bit less than that. Dearton and Alger County is definitely going to see a lot more snow in the next 24 hours. As we take a look here, a little bit of a dusting getting into the evening, but close to 1.5 inches for Munising, and then just climbing on up into our Thursday morning where we could see up to 4, and then Sault Ste. Marie not out of it with around 2. Now remember, those darker blue and purple areas where there are no numbers, that's where you're going to see a lot more snow accumulating. So we've also got these wind chills pushing in this evening around 6 p.m. It's going to feel like -6 here in Marquette. Keep an eye on your dials as we get into our morning where it could feel like -10 in Marquette, or I should say this evening, and then taking a look in the morning, it's going to feel like around -4 for Marquette, but again, that Wisconsin border seeing some wind chills as well this evening, down to 15 below. Winds right now coming out of the north-northwest. Yes, it is very gusty up there in the Copper Harbor, and we'll continue with that. We are going to slow down though this evening a little bit later, and then we'll have some average gusts on our Thursday, but look at this. On Friday morning, we could see 25 to 30-mile-an-hour gusts returning, this time from the south area. All right, our 7-day outlook. We've got Leap Day tomorrow. Happy birthday if you've been waiting 4 years. It's going to be a little bit chilly though. I'll have the outlook for Escanaba coming up in 15.
Thanks, Ariane. Massive wildfires are burning across Texas. Firefighters are battling 4 active fires with disasters declarations in 60 counties. Omar Villafranca has the latest.
Just outside Amarillo in the Texas Panhandle, a wall of flames burns the ground and thick choking smoke fills the sky. Raging wildfires are fueled by winds whipping up more than 50 miles per hour. 80-degree temperatures and bone-dry air have made this part of Texas resemble a hellscape. At least 300,000 acres have been scorched across Hutchinson County, where the ferocious Smokehouse Creek fire has forced residents to flee.
We've had other fire threats, and we've came out unscathed, and this one got us.
Kelsey Benuelos evacuated her home in Canadian with her 2 young children, her husband, and animals.
Oh my gosh.
Hours later, she learned that the place she called home for 7 years burned to the ground.
It was heartbreaking. I broke down, but I mean, we were safe. It's just stuff. It can be replaced, but it's still a gut punch. A lot of memories.
The fires stretched into western Oklahoma, where more than 30,000 acres have burned so far.
We asked them to leave because it's a very dangerous situation.
Officials say at least one responder was injured while battling the flames, which have caused multiple highway closures. The Smokehouse Creek fire, the main fire that we've been talking about, is now the 5th largest fire in Texas history. There is a little bit of good news. This cool weather should help out fire crews battling the flames.
Our 19 News Insights are on the way next. We're talking with Marquette Algerisa about the new CTE programs that are impacting and giving opportunities to Northern Michigan students. That conversation's 2 minutes away.
We have so many cool, diverse people from different backgrounds, different beliefs, different upbringings, and it just keeps growing.
The best thing you can be is underestimated. You know, catch them by surprise.
In real life, people think I'm a nut, but out here, I'm about to kill it.
A new season of Survivor premieres tonight at 8/7 Central on CBS.
This is a tough one, everybody.
You got this.
In a sketch against time.
Hangman, and Handyman. Handyman!
Stick figures.
This is a judgment-free zone, but this is a terrible hand. And this is just a stick figure, but it doesn't matter. It got the job done.
Will do just fine. Pictionary.
Drill. Drill is correct.
Pencil us in every weekday.
Pictionary, weekdays at 9 on WZMQ CBS.
Cars will break down, and when they do, it's too late. If your car's out of warranty, it leaves you with two choices: get stuck paying for expensive repairs, or one phone call to CarShield. Their administrators pay for your covered repairs so you don't have to. Your coverage includes roadside assistance, towing, rental, and so much more. Plus, with their nationwide network, you choose the mechanic or dealer. Best of all, there's coverage for every wallet size. Make the smart call before it's too late. Call CarShield today.
Home sweet home, right? You've spent a lot more time there in the last 3 years, and you may even work from home now. You check smoke detectors, furnace filters, and for carbon monoxide. Have you checked your radon levels? Radon is the leading cause of lung cancer behind smoking. Radon is an odorless radioactive gas present in all homes, and no family should be at risk when you can reduce your radon exposure. Test now, test regularly. Learn where to get a test kit at michigan.gov/radon. Sponsored by Eagle and MAB.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
Tonight on Insights, it's Wildcat Wednesday. Joining us tonight to chat about the CTE programs at NMU that's giving all these students kind of some more opportunities is Eric Ziegler. Eric, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about this, break open what the CTE program really is and what kind of opportunities it presents.
Right, so CTE stands for Career and Technical Education. And we've got programs at each of our high schools as well as Northern Michigan University. And we make those programs available to all of our high school students. Northern's a really strong partner with us. We have high school programs at Northern. Each of our state certified CTE programs also articulate credit to Northern. And really those opportunities allow our students that idea of advanced training to where we might have students go directly to Northern right after graduation, or they might get recruited to go out into the workforce, but then circle back and attend Northern for further credentials. So just real strong partnerships.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. So, I mean, talk a little bit about that advanced training. What does that kind of look like? Maybe a student's maybe watching, interested in something like this. What can they maybe expect?
With CTE, we really push that idea that we've got students that are going to go directly into the workforce, sitting next to students that are going to go into an apprenticeship, sitting next to students that are going to go into a 4-year or an advanced degree. And really that idea that we're preparing our students for the future, we're teaching them to learn how to learn, and we're giving them the tool set to take that step forward and help the community.
Okay, that's amazing. I mean, impact for the community. I mean, this kind of creates that next level of career for these students that are taking this industry. What's that next step that does really impact the community?
Yeah, I'm a proud educator and a proud Uper, and Career and Tech Ed is a direct connection to the community. We're preparing our students to have the skills to be able to come back and contribute to the Upper Peninsula, which I'm very, very proud of.
Let's chat a little bit about this middle college program, excuse me. Talk to me a little bit about what that really entails. What can someone maybe watching interested in? For sure. We've got a talented staff that works with our middle college students. That's a program that runs through the Career and Tech Ed office. But we have opportunities for students to earn free college credits and really be supported through that next step into college. We bring them in as juniors and seniors, and they work through an extra 13th year and earn a substantial amount of credits, as well as skills that'll take them to the next step. Very good partnership with Northern. And putting opportunities for our students and giving them a great first step. Okay. Yeah. For those students, what is the first step that maybe someone watching needs to take if they're interested in this type of program?
With our partnership with Northern, a very talented publicity staff put together a website that's kind of a good clearinghouse for students in high schools to take a look at what opportunities do they have in their high schools, what opportunities do they have with apprenticeships, and then what opportunities do they have at Northern to move forward. And so I'd encourage people to check out that website. It links back to Market Algerisa's website for our high schools, but then has some really good information at Northern and as well as our apprenticeship partners. So
awesome, Eric. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. Still ahead tonight, what's up with Megan? Megan is back in the studio to highlight the upcoming Munising Bay Spaghetti Dinner, all to benefit a rescue team that's serving Alger County. And later on 19 News, how Escanaba Civic Center is taking steps towards becoming an emergency shelter. But first, here's your Upers United Volunteer Opportunity of the Day. Feeding America West Michigan Mobile Food Pantry is looking for volunteers. Its visit to Marquette is just around the corner on Wednesday, March 20th at the Berry Event Center. Volunteers are needed for setup, packing boxes, registering clients, and any other needs that may come up. Those shifts are typically from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. To sign up to be a volunteer or check out other opportunities, just head to upersunited.com.
Hi, it's me, Elsbeth.
Elsbeth, you should think about changing that.
She found something we didn't?
Yes! Ooh, sparkling.
Hers are smarter than you seem, but a bit of a weirdo who sticks her nose in everything.
Smarter than I seem. How nice. I got that on a report card once.
Elsbeth premieres tomorrow at 10/9 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Mike Ludlam's Sports, only on WZMQ 19 News.
The Baxter Family Survival Guide.
Dad, you taught us to be self-sufficient.
And yet you're all still here.
Expect the unexpected.
You want money. Maybe you should do what other people do.
Get my own reality show. Dad, I'm trying.
Learn to adapt.
You're gonna use a glass, right?
Fine, hand me the big one.
Last man standing.
Amy Doyle reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
What's happening in Washington affects you directly here in the Upper Peninsula. I'm Rachel Knapp.
And I'm Brendan Scanlon. We track the issues and positions of the elected lawmakers you send to Washington.
We're on Capitol Hill every day reporting on what you care about most.
Education, your money, student loans, health care, safety, and privacy.
Coverage you can count on live from our bureau in America's capital.
Only here on WZMQ 19 News.
This is home for CBS WZMQ 19.
It's time for What's Up with Megan. She's here to tell us all about the Rescue 21 benefit dinner. Hey, happening soon. Hey, Megan.
Hey, Mitch. Welcome to What's Up with Megan. Now on Wednesdays. Tonight we will be highlighting an event supporting a vital local organization. In light of the cancellation of the South Shore Fishing Association's second annual Munising Bay Ice Fishing Derby, organizers have shifted gears to continue to support Alger County Rescue 21, an organization dedicated to ensuring the safety and well-being of the community. South Shore Fishing Association is inviting everyone to join them for a spaghetti dinner fundraiser event at American Legion Post 131 in Munising. From 1 to 7 this Saturday, enjoy delicious meals and participate in various activities such as raffles, games for kids, music, 50-50 drawing, and a cash bar. Spaghetti will be served from 3 to 6 and prizes will be announced at 6:30. All proceeds from the event will go towards Alger County Rescue 21. If you have any questions, visit South Shore Fishing Association's Facebook page.
That's awesome. Megan, what else is happening?
Yes, so lots happening this week. Here's your midweek update. Tomorrow, Superior Alliance for Independent Living will host indoor bowling at the Houghton Baptist Church from 12:45 to 1:45. Visit their website, upsale.org, to register. Enjoy goat yoga this Saturday in Norway at 2:30 Central Time at the Danielson's Greenhouse. Find more information and register on Facebook. Also Saturday, the Marquette Symphony Orchestra will have a concert at 7:30 p.m. at the Kaufman Auditorium. Visit marquettesymphony.org for ticket information. Sunday from 2 to 4, attend the 2024 Copper Dog fundraising dinner at St. Anne's in Calumet. $20 per meal, tickets at the door. Finally, next Wednesday at 5 p.m. at American Legion Post 44 in Marquette, the Oscar G. Johnson VA Medical Center will host a town hall to discuss new PACT Act eligibilities.
That's awesome, Megan. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
I appreciate
Mitch.
it. Hopefully everyone's informed about some fun events that are coming up.
Totally.
Ariane has the one last look at our weather forecast right after the break. We'll be right back right after this.
Baraga County Memorial Hospital, continually striving to improve the well-being of our community. Care is not just a service, it's a way of life. February is Heart Month, and BCMH is excited to welcome renowned local cardiologist Dr. Vakivagis from the Keweenaw. We're currently booking cardiology appointments and accepting new patients. Baraga County Memorial Hospital, our family caring for your family.
Tonight, a new mom died after a hospital wasn't prepared for her urgent need. Was corporate greed to blame? A CBS News investigation. Then, with more than 500,000 acres burned, the efforts to contain massive Texas wildfires on the CBS Evening News.
Need to get from point A to point B quickly, efficiently, safely? The Marquette County Transit Authority is your ticket to ride. Friendly drivers operate clean, blue and white buses throughout Marquette County 365 days a year. Seniors 60 plus ride free every Wednesday. For information about routes and tickets, click on marktran.com. We keep you moving. Marquette Transit.
A world at your fingertips gives you the advantage. Scan this right now. Weather, local news, community events, amazing video. It's cool. It's all yours. It's free. And it's on demand. Do it. Download the app from 19 News. Now you know.
BTV decodes the Andy Griffith Show.
This show was slicker than a firehouse pole the way you took us all in.
That means you were very clever pulling a scheme on us. See if you can decode the Andy Griffith Show.
Weeknights at 8.
Winter storm warning and winter weather advisories basically from Alger all the way over and down by the bridge up to about 8 inches possible, maybe 12 for the far western portion of Chippewa County. That goes until tomorrow. And then take a look here. We've got chances of snow in the morning, partly to mostly sunny skies, and wind chills continuing throughout our day. Taking a look at the 7-day for Escanaba, leap day tomorrow, some sunshine.
Lastly, tonight, Escanaba Civic Center is taking steps towards becoming an emergency shelter. The city's recreation department has spent the last 6 years securing funding for a new generator. And since installing that generator earlier this month, the department has been working with Delta County Emergency Management and the Red Cross to achieve emergency shelter designation. The recreation director believes the generator will also create more opportunities for grant funding for faculty upgrades in the future.
A lot of people realize the nearest Red Cross office is in Green Bay, so we don't have anything local. With having the certified kitchen and the shower, locker rooms, restrooms, the gym and the game room, we basically have a lot of open space that will be able to fit several people in case of emergency.
The Recreation Department will begin exploring potential grants within the next month with hopes for a quick turnaround soon. That's all the time we have for tonight. We'll see you right back here at 11:10 Central. Have a good one.
WZMQ TV